Hello, and welcome back. Today, we're going to play a different game. We're going to be doing some Hearts of Iron 4 today. I am what I like to think of as a big strategy gamer, and Hearts of Iron, any Paradox game, starting with Europa Universalis 4, has really grabbed my attention the past year and a half, and become some of my favorite games. And Hearts of Iron is currently my favorite addiction. I did get some new games for from the Steam Winter Sale, so we're gonna, as I get better at them, you'll start seeing some videos for them. But for now, we're gonna do Hearts of Iron. I got some hours in this game, but if you listen to anybody on Paradox Plaza, it's not enough to be considered decent. But I've been going through and working my way through the achievements, and what achievement I've gone for before but never managed to obtain was the Austro-Hungarian one. And the only reason I've never been able to obtain it yet is mainly because I didn't want to put in the grind for it. I did what I thought would turn out to be somewhat easier, but no, it's you gotta conquer all of Europe pretty much to be able to pull this off, and possibly beat the United States. So we're going to do it again, because I think it'll be fun, and it's something I've really been wanting to try and finish. So start out as Hungary, and so it took a few tries, but I've got a strategy. This is my 9th Iron Man playthrough with them. So you start out as a depressively weak country. Get the usual text going here. Don't we desperate? Yeah, that kind of sucks. So as Hungary, our first thing is we're going to be working our way down this tree, Restoration of Austro-Hungary Empire, which leads us to the achievement, Restore Austro-Hungary. But you need a lot of land that Italy and the Allies control, so you're going to be fighting the Allies in the Axis. But how my strategy's been working in the past, and why it turns into a grind, is we're going to join the Axis first to beat the Allies. It's not so much to beat the Allies, it's so much as to not get wrecked by Germany and Italy early in the game. But we will be taking away a lot of what makes Germany powerful, like Austria and Czechoslovakia. So we've got to be... So joining them is really the best way to do it, because Germany's retarded as the AI, and unless they get both of these exactly how their tree says and the player doesn't interfere, they cannot even hardly kick the Allies off of Europe, the European main continent. Sweet. Let's just check how our things are. Okay. Hungary's pretty weak and shitty in the beginning. You're a disarmed country. Meaning you have, next to no manpower. Hardly a military to speak of. Got 16 divisions. Our first supposed war will be with Austria. So we've got the focus tree. So you would think we would go down this, but we need to do this in order for the achievement, the Restoration of Austria-Hungary, and it gets us all this crap, which is nice. But we have to get to at least here before Germany comes at us. And we also, I think it's this one, demand a referendum by the Habsburg, must be non-aligned. Yes. So you have to get past this before flipping fascist. but you're also super duper weak. And in order to get through this without as many wars as possible, till you can become the full empire, which, what's our manpower? 8.69 million core pop. That's not great. The strategy I have found works is we're going to go down these 3, go down these 2, which that makes Czechoslovakia and Austria happier with you, and then as soon as you start doing balanced budget, you start flipping fascist. And if RNG doesn't hate you, if it does hate you, you'll get random events that push fascists to the top faster, which is not what we want. We want to get past this before we lose before we become fascist. And this is not the easiest thing to do. Also, that helps on the line, so you gotta outdo that too. So let's get started with secret rearmament. We've got to be super duper careful. And we might have to restart if this doesn't go the way we plan. Considering our units are shit. Oh god. And yeah, we don't have enough. Let's just throw it all in the guns right now. Actually, you know what? Let's not throw it all in the guns right now, because we'll only be out 14 days. We can't build anything yet anyway. So let's not throw it all into that. Let's throw some of it behind artillery and start building up artillery now. We're gonna take the ding and steel there for now. Once we envelop these 2, we should get, they have 9 and they have 15, 16. That should give us enough civ factories. 3, 9, yeah. That should give us enough factories to really start the ball rolling. Let's get, as we're so small right now, let's do a general. And we're going to start off with some military factories. Just kind of start things off. Okay. The game has beat. The game is afoot. And if we have to restart, we have to restart. So be it. But we'll see what happens. First up, get through all these focuses, so we can build up before we go into Austria. And if my timing is still correct, this should work. So you can almost think of a bit of as a guide to how to be successful as Austro-Hungary, not as a non-aligned monarchist, because that's super difficult to fight off these 2 assholes at the same time. Especially because once Germany wins against the Allies, actually your best option is probably to join the Allies at that point and help save Poland if you can. Oh boy. Very nerve-wracking always these first years. See if your strategy pays off. Okay. Yeah, you always do that. Army experience, army experience. That'll allow us to add some support artillery to... Christ, that's loud. That'll allow us to add some support artillery into our infantry divisions at a certain point. Don't go fascist right away. If I remember right, this also gives you, yeah, the political power to do it. Next research bonus. So, we will go for that. And I'm going to turn this down just a touch, because it is super duper loud for me. I don't even know how it can be. I guess. It's as quiet as... No, I can turn it down in game. What am I talking about? Because this is kind of loud. Yeah, that all got done. That's fine. Do it in a second. There. I can actually hear myself talk a bit. That was so friggin' loud. Okay, so next is blood agreement, so we can change our laws. You finished. We're gonna go with the dispersed economy, which is typical in a multiplayer game, from what I've heard. Not typical in a minor country like this. But I've just super been enjoying because the bonus it gives you. It's not what I want. Is, well, this gives you more factory output, not much, 5%. This gives you more max cities, factories in the state. That's nice. And production efficiency retention. And it gives you an extra 5% base to this, so that means this bar, whenever you swap this to an upgrade, it doesn't go down so far. Let's see, can we move up to... We cannot move up to an early mobilization yet. Dang it. Oh, we can't because we're on this stupid agreement. Alright, we're gonna just save the points. Yeah, this stupid agreement right here, which we're about to get rid of, just makes things absolutely terrible. Oh, actually, you know what? Maybe we shouldn't have done. Because if that's 50% slower, this is... Oh, yeah, it's taking forever. Well, the blood agreement will get rid of it. And then we can mobilize and bump up conscription laws. And I don't think we've actually got that many resources. Yeah, no. Got a lot of aluminum, that's about it. So we're not going to worry about excavation 1 for research gain efficiency. We're actually going to worry about that. Support equipment. That'll help the military fight better. So what the core of the country should be is these 3 countries put together: Czechoslovakia, Austria, and Hungary. And then we're going to take a slice out of Transylvania here from Romania, and we're going to take Yugoslav down here. Okay, the blood agreement should have just done what we needed there. Do you need both? Oh, yeah, well, we don't have a navy. Okay, next up. Gotta wait for the event to trigger. There it goes. Great. That's gone away now. That son of a bitch. World tension's down too low now. Fine. Move us up to volunteer only. Peachy keen. Now watch that get just drained away. Issues a note of protest. Yeah, they see us rising and get kind of afraid because they don't want to be part of the Empire again. We'll fix that. Yep. 93,000 in the field now. That's good. Now, do any of these have an army requirement? You could do the take Austria by force. They have to refuse the referendum. There is a shortcut to get around losing, not having to do this, but it requires them to lose the referendum. And if they take it, you just set yourself back. It doesn't look like it. Good. That one is 200,000. That ain't no big deal.